China was also during these decades kind of as much of failure as India was economically. Yet it seems that somehow China was able to pull its weight a little more than we were able to.
That's an understatement, but yes. No, seriously, I mean, they are today 5 times their economy. There were 3 big things which went wrong for us. One was, of course, at the start, the partition. The second was the delay in exercising the nuclear option. And the third was the delay in the economic reforms. So, China not only did not get partitioned, actually China grew in this period territorially. China exercised its nuclear option early, 1964. We did a half-hearted move in 74. We did it, but we didn't do it. So we had to do it all over again in 98. And that's, 74 was tough enough, but by the time you stretched it to 98, you actually created a big burden on yourself and also allowed Pakistan to catch up in that period. And of course, for me, the most serious was really the economic reform, because if you look, China, you can say, embarked on its economic reform pretty much after Mao died. So by 1980, 79, China was very clearly set on a course of economic reform. It took us another decade plus. So late start, no clean pathway, a lot of domestic lack of support, not the right vision. I think these were all factors, and I think today correcting that, I mean, to me, the Atmanirbhar Bharat is not a slogan. It is actually a corrective of a flawed model of globalization that we pursued for more than 2 decades, and I think which has not served our country well. I don't believe being a democracy is an obstacle. I don't believe it's a disadvantage. I mean, look, I'm just giving you the last 3 years, okay? 3 years which I have seen as a politician and a minister, and I look at what has happened in India in the middle of COVID. And when I see the pace of change in India, the fact that we have been able to create a social safety net, that the Indian system today can day after day look after 800 million people, 2.5 times the population of this country in terms of their food requirements, that we can put bank money into the accounts of 400 million people. The fact that today we can actually create a health system which people felt is something which a low-income economy cannot do. The fact that we built 25 million houses, and if you take average size of 4.8 as a family size in India, that means you really given houses, home ownership to 100 million people. And all of this is done in a democracy. So I think sometimes, democracy has been used as a cop-out.